It takes your breath away. For 1,300 years, Potala Palace has stood proudly atop Red Hill, overlooking Tibet's regional capital of Lhasa. Once the seat of the Tibetan government and the winter residence of the Dalai Lama, the palace is now home to daily hordes of tourists. The magnificent Potala Palace here in Lhasa, the highest palace in the world, is an architectural wonder even by modern standards. It rises 13 stories high and counts more than 1,000 rooms. Inside, Buddhist believers and tourists alike are shuffling their way around. The influx of tourists has put wall paintings, Buddha statues, frescoes and scriptures at risk. The threat has pushed authorities to implement new regulations, limiting the number of visitors to 5,000 a day.
We are currently discussing new ways to dilute the number of visitors while still meeting the demand, like online presentations or other high-tech ways to showcase the palace.
Since 1989, the central government has invested over $30 million into a long-term restoration program.
We have a team of painters, carpenters and bricklayers which renovates the palace and does maintenance work. Each year, 3 to 6 million yuan are spent on repairs, depending on the work required.
The palace, added to UNESCO's list of World Heritage Sites in 1994, received 830,000 visitors last year. This July, a new regulation for protecting the Potala Palace was adopted by the legislature of the Tibet Autonomous Region, containing articles on the planning, administration, research and protection of the structure. Also kept under a protective eye is the nearby Chokang Temple and its surrounding Barkor Street in central Lhasa, a tourist hotspot and World Heritage Site as well.
The committee was formed in 2012 with the aim of protecting old districts in Lhasa, especially around the Barkor Street. We restored many traditional Tibetan architectural features, like the Tibetan-style windows, and also added traditional elements to the street lamps.
Like Potala Palace, Chokang Temple was built by Tibetan king Songtsa Gampo in the 7th century for his 2 wives. Today, it serves as the spiritual center and holiest destination for Tibetan Buddhist pilgrims, attracting tourists from near and far. Back at the Potala Palace, visitors say they are hopeful more renovation work will be done to preserve the architectural wonder for generations to come.
The palace should be preserved as an important part of China's cultural diversity and a symbol of Buddhism. We enjoyed the tour, and I hope future generations can also come and admire the building and its displays, which I believe will teach them something in life.
I've visited many places around the world, but this one is definitely one of the most impressive ones. Martina Fox for CCTV News at Potala Palace in Lhasa, Tibet.